Damn right. And you're gonna make a difference.
This one comes with a basic sort of digital package.
Hey, you can make money off my name, make it, okay?
You got the power to change lives, Roy.
Hello and welcome to the Barry J. McDonald podcast. If you're interested in creating your own digital product or just want to learn more, you're in the right place. Whether you're just starting out or have been working on your digital product for a while, we hope that our podcast will provide valuable insights and inspiration to help you on your journey. Take it away, Barry.
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. Now, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you were happy? When's the last time you were happy doing what you're doing? Or are you so busy that you just aren't even thinking about happiness? Happiness is a moment away off in the future. It's at the end of a long journey. It's when I have so many thousand social media followers. It's when I have so many podcast listeners. It's when I have so much money coming in, then I'll be happy. And when you think about it, like, our happiness is dependent on those things happening. But what if those things don't happen? And when you think about it, if you're not happy in your business, do you really think that you are going to give us your best content today? Are you going to give us your best version of you? Are you going to create your best products? If you're just miserable, just going through the steps, just trudging along, just day after day after day. Now, wouldn't it be better maybe just to, pause for a moment and seek out happiness in your business? Because the happier you are, the more fun you're going to be around. People are going to sense it in your content. If you're just writing a limp, drab blog post, people are going to see that in your content. And especially if you're recording like video content or audio content, people are going to sense the kind of lifelessness, the deadness in your voice and what you're talking about, and they're just going to drift off. They're going to go to the people who are enthusiastic, people who are excited, people who love their business. So the power of pursuing happiness in your online business can make a big difference to you and also to your business. Now, what I would say to you is to pursue what makes you happy. Now, I know there are two arguments that if you go after your passion, that, there's no money in that. If most people did what they were passionate about, they would be broke. They'd be living on the street. And some people say, well, rather than focus on your passion, you should focus on where the money is, because that's going to make an income coming in and that's going to be well worth your time. So it's better to focus on the money than the passion. But if you're focused on the money all the time, again, it's going to lose that shine. You're just not going to be enthusiastic. You're just going to dread opening up the laptop because you're just doing it for the money. And a lot of us, unfortunately, are kind of stuck in maybe offline jobs right now that we're not happy with. And that's why most of us come online, is because we want to create an online business that we are happy in, that makes us happy, that, reflects who we are as a person. The last thing you want to do is come online and create a miserable business, to get out of the miserable job you have during the day. So you need to pursue what makes you happy. So instead of worrying what other people are doing, what the latest trend is, sometimes you need to just trust your instinct. Trust your gut. What excites you? What makes you happy? What would you see yourself doing every day? Even if there isn't money in it right now, there probably will be some way you can maybe monetize it in the future. So sometimes trusting your instinct can be, really valuable to you, even though you don't know how it's going to make money. But as long as it makes you happy, at least you've been guaranteed you're going to show up regularly, you're going to give it your best effort, and it will grow. You don't know what's going to happen, or what maybe route you might go off in. Again, too, seeking happiness sometimes is stepping back from your business. Sometimes our business can get all-consuming. Our every thought is about social media content, or what should I be writing about, or what video should I be making, and sometimes our kind of offline life suffers from it. So you need to find a balance between work and other areas in your life. Sometimes you need to step away from the laptop and you need to just mentally decompress, find a hobby you like, reading, going for a walk, watching videos, spending time with family and friends. And don't let your work consume, every waking moment. Try and maybe just batch it off that, When 6 o'clock comes in the evening, that's it. The laptop goes off. You don't think about it. You go off and watch TV, or you go for a walk, or spend time with your friends, or whatever on your hobbies. Again, too, when's the last time you celebrated a win? Even a small win. You know, the fact that somebody left a blog comment today. Somebody said something positive to you. That you had maybe 5 email subscribers. You know, sometimes we kind of, jump over those things and ignore those things because, well, they're just happening. But that's not the goal I want. I want 100 followers, or I want 1,000 followers. Let's just forget those 1 or 2 I picked up along the way right now. But if you don't celebrate your small wins, that habit will get ingrained in you, so that when it comes to the bigger wins, you'll just bypass over them. You'll look at another target off in the future, and then you'll be happy. Then you'll be celebrated. But again, you're going to have that habit, and you're going to ignore that point. So celebrating your small wins right now will, make you look at your business in fresh eyes, that you're actually making progress. Yes, it could be small progress, but each of those things are a step in the right direction. So take some time just to celebrate and acknowledge the small wins you have right now. Again, practice gratitude. When's the last time you were grateful? Maybe it's worth taking some time right now and reflecting on, what's good in your business. Sometimes we, again, because we're so busy, so focused, that we're just looking to put out the fires. But sometimes some parts of our business are actually going really well. Sometimes there are some positive things that we can focus on instead of, focusing on all the bad things or all the things that are going wrong. And what I'd say to you is that maybe if you're having problems coming up with maybe something positive in your business, look at you. Look at you 6 months ago. Look at you maybe a year back, and the difference in you. The new knowledge you've gained, maybe the new confidence you've gained, maybe all the content you've created. All of those things are things to be grateful for, that are actually showing you that you are developing, you're growing, you're getting closer to your goal. So take a moment now, maybe just to, express some gratitude for your journey so far and how amazing you are, and express some gratitude for all the things that's going to happen in the future. You need to sometimes prioritize maybe self-care. Again, building a business, is sometimes, it can be really stressful. You can be a lot of times in your head. You're constantly thinking and stressed out. And, if you don't take care of yourself, it's like driving a car around where you're just driving it flat out all the time. It's not going to be too long before the engine gives out and that car is just useless. And you're going to be like that as well too, if you're just revving yourself at full revs all the time. So you need to prioritize some kind of self-care. Again, making sure that you're eating well, sleeping well, because all those things affect, our mental well-being and our happiness. If you're tired and grumpy, it's very hard to give us your best work today. And again, eating well and, all those kind of things you need to be focused on. So spend more time on your self-care as well too. Again, to surround yourself with positivity. It's easy for us to, get into, maybe fall into a clique or a group of people who are just angry with everything that's going on. AI is going to destroy everything, or that, Amazon is destroying the bookstores. And, it's easy to fall into a clique where everybody's complaining and giving out and, we're focused on negativity. But sometimes you need to surround yourself with positivity, because there will be days when you just get out of bed and you're grumpy, and you need to hang around with positive people who will, lift your mood. So get into some communities where like-minded, entrepreneurs hang out. Listen to uplifting podcasts, listen to upbeat music, read books, or, things that will help you, stay positive. Again, embrace your creativity. You might think, well, I'm not very creative, but you are. We all are creative in our own little ways. So embrace the creativity. Let loose. Let us see more of you. And let it guide you to building your business. You might find that some creativity in you is bringing you happy. That you love actually, you never thought you could have a podcast. But because you're trying it now, it's making you happy. And it's making you try out new ideas and, test things you've never done before. So sometimes follow your creativity. Be more like a child. Stop being so stiff. Stop being so, I need to do what everybody else is doing. How about just doing things the way you want to do it? Put your spin on it. Again, be kind to yourself. When's the last time you were kind to yourself? When's the last time you forgave yourself for a mistake or a setback? Or are you always kind of, on your shoulder? How did you make that mistake? How could you be so stupid? Why did you create that product about that? That person said that that negative comment in your blog, yeah, they're right. You are a loser, or you shouldn't be on the internet, or you shouldn't have an online business. Again, how are you going to have a successful online business if you're not being kind to yourself? If you can't be your own cheerleader? Out of all the people in the world, there should be one person that you should be able to rely on, and that is you. Because you know where you've come from. You know all the problems you've had. You know all the study, all the work, all the things that have gone into you right now. So shouldn't you be cheering yourself on? Shouldn't you be saying that you are amazing? Shouldn't you be, patting yourself on the back? Again, to focus on what you can control. Sometimes we kind of look off to all the things that are happening on the internet that are going to wreck our business, or, he's going to take over this niche, or I wish I was like them. And, we kind of sometimes get out of our own heads and, we focus on things that we have absolutely no control over. You have people on social media who are constantly giving out about the government, or they're giving out about this billionaire, or this thing, or that thing. And those are things that they have absolutely no control over. It's good sometimes to vent and get things off your chest, but if you're focused on the things that you have absolutely no control over, it's like screaming at a wall. You're not going to make any difference to it. So wouldn't it be better maybe to focus on the things that you can control, things that are inside your control, as creating your content, focusing on your products, focusing on your audience, focus on the things that, you can work with. And stop focusing on all the things that are outside your control. Again, too, share your happiness. Share your happiness with others. Now, whether that's through maybe your content, or whether that's maybe some through social media posts, or maybe just sharing your happiness with how great your business is going and, how far you've come. You never know right now. Now, it might seem to you, well, sharing your happiness feels like I'm bragging, I'm showing off. Oh, look at me, I have made a certain thousands of pounds, or I've got 100,000 followers, or I've got this or that. Sometimes we feel that sharing our happiness is just bragging and just kind of, puffing our chest. But sometimes sharing our happiness or our results can be maybe inspiration for someone else. They can look at your journey and say to themselves, well, she started or he started off in a worse place than I am, and look at them now. So sharing your happiness can make a big, big difference. So, as I said, it's very easy for us to, lose track of ourselves because we're solely focused on being busy, busy, busy. But when you're busy all the time, when you're just focused on everyone else, it can be very easy to kind of fall into that, that negative slide and just feeling that, showing up and just doing the work and through the motions. But if you're just doing that, people aren't going to have the best version of you. You're not going to create your best content. And people will sense that. So, think about that today. When's the last time you were happy? And if it's been a while, maybe it's time for you to start planning out some happy moments right now. And be kind to yourself. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. If you're interested in learning more about how to create your own profitable digital course from scratch, we have a special report that we know you'll love. To pick up your copy of Piggyback Profits, How to Make Your First Profitable Course, go to writecome.com now. We'll see you in the next episode.